The Melbourne Declaration articulates two key roles for Australian education. They are the promotion of equity and excellence, and all young Australians becoming successful learners, confident and creative individuals, and active and informed citizens. So it's very important that teaching and learning programs should be based on students' cognitive, physical, and social abilities and needs, integrating their interests, strengths, and characteristics. Well, during my first placement in junior primary setting, I completed the observation form of each student's development and individual characteristics. These observations were further informed by professional conversations with my supervising teacher. We actually discussed how students' development and characteristics affected their learning, classroom management, and some implications for teaching and learning, such as grouping, directing, and redirecting. Besides, all students were divided into pineapple group and watermelon group according to their spelling capacities, which informed me to group them in different way when doing spelling tests and reading groups. Also, grouping of pair work or for mathematical activities was also informed by the observation and documentation of their mathematical capacities. According to Yu Ying, in order to achieve quality learning experiences, it's very essential for teachers to correctly and effectively define, interpret, and translate teaching, learning, and assessment practice from intended curriculum. Barker and other researchers also indicate that teachers need to emphasize structuring the lesson, which means that they should primarily focus on the unique characteristics of each lesson's introduction, body, break, and closure while doing teaching plans. While during my first placement in junior primary setting, all unit plans and lesson plans were based on ACRA. As highlighted in yellow in this mathematics unit plan, all lessons were closely connected with content descriptors and achievement standards of ACRA. In detail, the review or recap of what students had already learned in previous lessons was also integrated into the introduction of each upcoming lesson based on the results of each assessment, including worksheets and the whole class activities, as highlighted in red, pink, and purple color in the unit plan. Besides, as shown in timetable, one more lesson on Wednesday was added after Tuesday's lesson because some learning concepts were a bit tricky for some students. Virtually and roles indicate that assessment plays an important role and has crucial responsibility within teaching. Different educational assessments serve different functions. Particularly, William and Thompson point out that formative assessment can be implemented by many different forms, such as effective classroom discussions, tasks, and activities, sharing learning intentions and success criteria, feedback, collaborative learning, reciprocal teaching, peer assessment, and self-evaluation. During my first placement in junior primary setting, pre-tests as diagnostic assessments were usually assigned to students before the beginning of the new mathematical topic to check their prior knowledge. And after finishing the topic, poster tests as summative assessments would be implemented with the same paper assessment. Both test results were recorded to analyze students' learning achievements and outcomes. Formative assessment is evident throughout all unit plans during my placements in primary school. For example, in this mathematical unit plan, I organized a wide range of interactive learning activities, such as answering the questions and peer assessments like discussion, pair work, and group work to provide them with effective scaffolding. Individual worksheets and self-evaluation forms after the whole class learning activities or other types of formative assessments. Through them, I could quickly get the understandings of their learning process and achievements and the effectiveness of each lesson.